So first you're going to make a slip knot. Then you're going to just adjust the size of your knot to fit the hook. Then you're going to chain 12. To chain, yarn over, pull through the loop, that's one. Yarn over, pull through the loop, that's our second chain. Yarn over, pull through the loop, that's our third chain. So we're going to chain 12. Those are our 12 chains. So now we're going to double crochet on the third chain from the hook. So this is our third chain from the hook. Here's the first chain from the hook, here's the second chain from the hook, and this is the third chain from the hook. We are going to do a double crochet. To do a double crochet, yarn over, you have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and we're going to place our stitch marker on the first double crochet that we have made. So we're going to place our stitch marker right on top. Next we're going to do a double crochet on the next stitch. Here's our next stitch. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's our second double crochet. So we're going to do double crochet until the top of our work. So here we are done with our double crochet up to so far. So at this point, in the last chain we are going to add 2 more double crochet. So we are going to have a total of 3 double crochet in that single stitch. So this is our second double crochet in that stitch, and this is our third double crochet in that stitch. This will enable us to turn our, as you can see, this will enable us to turn our work to the other side. So now we're going to work on this side. You can see the top side of our project. So this is the chain that we worked on. Here's our next chain. I don't know if you can see it. You can just pull your yarn just a little bit to see the chains if you can't. So here's our next chain. I don't know if you can see it. So we're going to work on that chain. Yarn over. We're going to carry our yarn so we don't weave it in later. Here's our next chain. Here's our next chain. So we're going to work on the same on the chains until we reach here. This will be our last chain to work on, because remember these 2 chains are the ones that we skipped earlier on and they're not part of our stitches. So once you reach the end You're going to slip stitch to the chain to where you put your stitch marker on the first double crochet here. So we're going to remove our stitch marker and we're going to slip stitch. And the chain one. This chain one does not count as part of your stitches. So this is the first round of our project. Ensure that you have 20 stitches at this point all around. Just count your stitches to ensure you have 20 if you use the same chains as I did earlier. So our first here's where we place our slip stitch. You can see how wide it is. That's where we placed our slip stitch, and that will be our first double crochet. That's where we're gonna place our first double crochet. So we're going to place a slip stitch here. Then that's our first double crochet. Then you're going to place our second double crochet on the next chain. Then next double crochet. So we are just basically double crocheting around the pouch. Or the bag if you want to call it a bag. Ensure that you're not adding stitches as you move, or you're not subtracting stitches, because this will make your work widen to the top. If you add stitches, your work will widen to the top, and if you subtract, your work will look slimmer at the top. Just work on the same exact stitches you did earlier on. So here's our last chain, and this is our chain one. Here's our last double crochet. And this is the chain one. Sorry, we are not going to work on the chain one because it's not part of our stitches. And slip stitch. So that's our round. That's our second round. For round 3, we are going to change colors. So we're going to change color to white. For round 3, so we are going to change to white. I'm just going to attach my white here. I'll cut off the green later, so I'm just going to attach the white. Here. And chain 1. So at this point I'm going to cut off the green because I'm not going to use it again. So for the next round I'll be using white. Same process, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're going to carry the yarn as we go. So at that point I feel it's secure enough, so I'm just going to cut off the excess and just continue. Ensure that you're not adding an extra stitch. Kindly ensure that you're not adding an extra stitch because it will definitely show on your work. So for white I'm just going to do one round because as you can see the flag of Kenya, the white is usually a very small portion. So I'm just going to do one round for the white. So this is our last double crochet. So here's our chain 1, and here's our first double crochet. So we're going to slip stitch. Going to slip stitch to our first double crochet. So that's how round 3 is looking like. We're just going to do, for the white, we're just going to do 1 round. Then you're going to do the red one. So we're going to attach the red one. Just adjust the size. So just make a loop. You'll adjust everything later. Just make a loop, then adjust, just pull the white to adjust the size of that, and pull the red just a little bit. I'll cut off the white. And attach it later when I need it. So again, I'm going to carry the yarns, the 2 yarns, and ensure at this point you still have 20. So you're going to yarn over. And make your first double crochet. I'll put a stitch marker so you can remember it. So for the red, we're going to do 2. Make sure you're carrying both yarns. For the red, you're going to do 2 rows. So this is the end of that round. So we're going to slip stitch to our first double crochet. Just remove the stitch marker. We're going to slip stitch. To close up that. For the red, we're going to do 2. As you can see, the flag of Kenya, the red is a little bit big, so we're going to chain 1 and do another round. Ensure at this point you still have 20. If you use the same measurements as me, the same chains as me, ensure you have 20, or the number of same chains you used. So once you're done with that row, we're going to slip stitch to our first double crochet. chain 1. For this row we are going to do just 1 again, then we're going to do the black. So we're going to attach the black, right here. Just adjust the size. For the black I'll also chain 1, and I'll cut off the white. And carry both yarns as I move. Now remember, I have two chains here that don't count as part of my stitches. I'll just carry them as I go. So I'll do my first double crochet here, just slip stitch, then chain 1. For this round it's going to be a little bit different because I just want to put like a small like space in between here, so I'll put a space. So the space will be here and here. I'm just eyeballing it because it's not that serious. You don't really have to like count yourself for this point. You just have to find like the middle point of your bag. If you want to count, it's okay, but I can see my middle point for here will be here. One, two, three, and here. So I'll be having two stitch marker, and here. So from the here to here is 1, 2. Let's just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 in between them. We're just going to continue with the normal process. I should have placed it on the other side. Let me place. So here. There, so we're going to have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to place it here. It should be like a fun moment, nothing serious. Just put it somewhere in between your project. So we're going to continue the same process. We chained 1, so we're going to double crochet. Just remember the flag of Kenya, black is also thick, just like red and green. So once you reach the point you put your stitch marker on, you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the same number of space you have in between. So you're just going to remove the stitch marker, just here, and this is our next point. You're just going to remove it. So after you chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're going to just connect it here. You're going to do a double crochet here, there. Then you're just going to continue with double crochet around. Again, once you reach this point, you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove your stitch marker, and here's the end. So in the next stitch here, we're going to do a double crochet just here, and then this is our next stitch. Going to do a double crochet, then just continue around. So for the border of our work, we're going to do single crochet, So once you're done with that row, slip stitch, chain 1, then cut off your yarn, and now this is what you're having. I love this little bag going on. So we are just going to weave in we're just going to weave in the ends